So, what's hot in connection with Zhao Lisu, the hottest of all actresses from China? Most recently, apart from her exceptional performances in shows like Love Like the Galaxy and Hidden Love, Lisu has had her celebrity life rocked by much surprise over her health issues and some serious accusations that have come to the public eye. What's going on back there? We'll examine the chronology of events according to fan responses plus all of the other things revealed under the rug of this particular controversy. So, on the 27th of December, she dropped a bombshell from her agency. She's seeking help medically. This came after a photo of her in a wheelchair went viral, sparking concerns about her health. Her team rushed to assure everyone that she's always been a dedicated actress, but now they're focusing on her well-being. Let's just say her fans weren't the only ones shocked. A couple of days later, things took an even wilder turn. A so-called close friend of Lisu revealed some shocking news, that the actress had allegedly been physically assaulted by her former supervisor. Yep, you heard that right. To make things more spicy, a clip of Lisu resurfaced from a variety show where she confessed she was done with acting at one point. Her mom even pulled out her contract to see how much they would have to spend if she would want to opt out. Ouch. Fast forward to the 1st of January, Lisu posts a very long message on Weibo spilling the tea. Apparently, she has been suffering from depression since 2019, and her health has steadily declined since then, experiencing a host of ailments, strange skin conditions, pneumonia, and now even partial hearing loss. But wait, it gets crazier. Lisu also revealed that she has aphasia, a brain-related disorder, and has faced physical and mental abuse in the past. Now that's a twist. So, you think that Lisu would get a sympathy get-out-of-jail card from her agency? Wrong. Galaxy Cool Entertainment, the management company, quickly responded. They said that they are the greatest of supports to Lisu and that they will take no malicious slander, meaning not to be changed anytime soon, which translates to cross out that quit. And the catch here is thus. The internet claims Lucy was trying to break free from what they now refer to as a slave contract. But her agency is making it pretty clear as well. She's not going anywhere. So, the real question is, how difficult is it for celebrities to escape these contracts when they're seriously at stake with their mental and physical well-being? Celebrities bring to one's mind the red carpets, the star celebrity life, and the kind of wealth most cannot even dare to imagine for themselves. Behind the glitz and glamour are a few sides of life that are quite seldom talked about. The case of Zhao Lisu stands as one of the glaring reminders of how far certain celebrities often take the actual control of their own careers. While her story has captured public attention, it's also raising critical questions about the power dynamics in the entertainment industry, especially for Asian stars. Zhao Lisu's health has been deteriorating since 2019, with her mental and physical condition worsening despite seeking help. She has just confessed her battles in a recent public post regarding severe weight loss, as well as being diagnosed with a dissociative disorder with an anxiety condition. Yet, almost as soon as this post had sparked sympathy from fans, it opened the gates of a public battle that she has initiated with her agency, Galaxy Cool Entertainment. These attempts made by this actress to terminate her contract have resulted in arguments online. Many of these debates are centered on the power of celebrity agencies and the lack of control many stars have over their own futures. Zhao Lisu, for her part, looks to garner sympathy from the public, hoping thereby to pressure her agency into further action with comments such as these. This isn't, however, the kind of encouraging effort vis-a-vis her agency that a celebrity usually resorts to. Any celebrity will tell you that this is the riskiest of all moves. In a country like China, where personal opinion often has double-edged swords of its own, public opinion may quicken or thwart certain results. Where these claims fail to provide enough tangible evidence, the reputation of the celebrity may take a further hit. Galaxy Cool Entertainment took immediate action to lend confirmation to the health of Lisu, yet made it clear that the contract would remain unaltered. For many netizens, this would just confirm what they've always suspected. These contracts are signed, and then getting out isn't that simple. Lisu battle is just an example of the hidden price of fame. It doesn't take long for most celebrities, no matter how little their leverage, to end up in a cancerous industry that takes the needs of its subjects as a very low priority. Following Zhao Lisu's story, an artist striving to free herself from a slave contract, we come to another young star battling in the same way for freedom. This time, it's KG, a 17-year-old member of JYP Entertainment's girl group Pecha, who has decided to take matters into her own hands. The singer has accused her agency of engaging in child labor exploitation, neglect, abuse, unfair practices, and a whole lot more in a spurious lawsuit she filed against them. Her shocking claims put a dark side into the glamorous K-pop industry that many fans are oblivious to. The decision to part ways with Pecha and sue JYP Entertainment comes after KG has put up with what she describes as an unhealthy and harmful environment. From physical and emotional injury to unpaid overtime and a restrictive schedule, she says that her health and well-being were sacrificed to gain for the company. But what pushed her to the extreme was a tragic incident involving a suicide attempt by one of her group members. KG's decision to speak out isn't just about her own suffering, it's about the systemic issues many young K-pop idols face. She stated publicly on Instagram, "I am not in support of an environment that encourages eating disorders and has caused members to self-harm." Her case is very different from the rest because KG is fighting with the agency, but also with the entire legal system of the US. Already filed with the assistance of her attorney, Jeremiah D. Graham, the lawsuit accuses JYP USA of violating the labor law of California, particularly those on minor protections. Here the fight is not just to unshackle her from the contract, but to safeguard the rights of young artists so that they will not have to compromise their mental and physical well-being for fame in the industry. The actions of KG can really change the future of how the entertainment industry treats its youngsters, the most vulnerable group. In fact, these conflicts regarding the termination of contracts by celebrities and their agencies have become a recurring theme in the entertainment world. We have already seen the same thing happen with other stars like Ruhan, Woo Yifan, Hwang Zatal, or Hanga. Each had their own drama, and of course, their cases differ, but in the end, the celebrities themselves, even at their best, end up being the most disadvantaged. So why is breaking free from these contracts so complicated? It all boils down to the way these deals are structured. In essence, most celebrity contracts are designed as a mutual agreement, but let's be real, the agency holds all the cards. Being trapped in these contracts for more than 10 years, agencies will control the whole process, from resource allocation to decision-making. Just trying to break the contract incurs such heavy penalties that a celebrity is virtually trapped in golden handcuffs. Agencies might offer stars a ticket to fame, but they also demand long-term loyalty and autonomy. Even once they're sitting at the top of the industry, many celebrities are still tethered to these unfair terms, struggling to regain control over their own careers. In these extreme situations, the agent's side usually comes out winning, and the artist pays for it. Most times, there is no easy escape. Once that contract is signed, it cannot be removed easily. Even with serious differences between the artist and the agency, most of the time, one is forced to grit their teeth and go on, fearing the heavy financial repercussions. And last but not least, let's not forget the mental tolls these contracts incur. With the seeking of an ever more top position, mental health gets swept under the rug as personal matters. They, to cover one another, usually refuse to provide the psychological aids with which to cover themselves since it damages both their images and keeps financiers happy. Moreover, they go a step further by hiding the health issues of their artists to maintain a clean public image, treating mental well-being as a taboo subject. In such an environment, it is no wonder that so many artists feel isolated and imprisoned in every sense. Jalisoo's situation is a sobering reminder of the tragic fates of other young celebrities who have also faced mental health struggles in an industry that often prioritizes profit over well-being. The stories of Korean stars Suli and Goo Hara, who tragically lost their battles with depression, and Yoo Ah-in, who courageously came forward about his own struggles, only highlight the pressure that young artists face. This Jalisoo case is not about questioning her health woes. The ones are real. It speaks to a larger and more painful truth. The public sympathy is never going to make a dent into those brick walls of corporate control. Those carrying emotional statements, though, may not be enough to prove everything without undeniable proof. In this battle, public opinion might raise the stakes, but it's the law that truly has the power to change the game. Unfortunately, with her agency digging in their heels and saying they're waiting for her return, it's clear that Jalisoo escape, if that's what she's after, is unlikely to happen anytime soon. And then we come to the stark reality. Many popular stars have contracts that could only be described as contracts of slavery. These talents are not tied into contracts that allow for any cooperation. Most times the contracts only chain artists to companies made for profit rather than mental, physical, and emotional well-being. And then there are the deals to keep reminding of how far the industry actually needs to continue going to ensure the well-being of stars. Can Jalisoo continue to fight through this sort of situation? That has yet to be seen, but one thing's for sure. The system must change.